Alright, third and final writing tip is writer's block. This is something that I've had terribly. This is something that every writer has, every single writer. Um, and writer's block, in my opinion, in my definition, I guess it's different for each person, is when what you have up in your head isn't getting out to the paper or typing it out or whatever. You just can't do that, and it's like there's this mental block. It's a writer's block, I guess. Um, that just really kind of a downer, and it sucks. But how do I get through writer's block? You said just keep writing every single day, which is wonderful. If you have writer's block and you want to write something and you want what's up here on paper, write it. Like, it doesn't have to be good quality. Most things you write out first won't be good quality. But that's okay because you can always just go back, revise it, edit, stuff like that. And so just push through it. Work hard through what you want up here, down here. Now, I'm really bad at following my own advice because there have been stories that I've just dropped completely because I couldn't get what was in my head out on the paper, and that's okay too. If it's not working for you after you've tried and tried and tried and it's just not working, then move on to something else, which is actually another useful way to get through writer's block. Is if you need to, set that story, the poem, whatever you're working on aside and work on another project, and maybe like when you come back to it, you'll have a fresh perspective. You'll see what's working, what's not working, and how you can continue on. And now I have a couple step process for writing in general, whether it's you have writer's block or just writing, is find somewhere where people won't bother you. For me, it's my room, it's my sanctuary. The rest of the family knows that this is my area, and for the most part they leave me alone, but sometimes they don't, which is annoying. But find a place where you can sit down and write. It could be an office, it could be the couch, it could be sitting in the backyard, at the dining room table, in your room, anywhere. Somewhere where you can work and just like be engrossed with the work you're doing. Just that you can sit down and focus in on it. And then find some sort of background noise. And if silence is your background noise, that's great. Go with it. Turn off everything. Make sure you're in a peaceful, quiet place. And just write. For me, often or not, it's watching Netflix or listening to podcasts, or watching YouTube videos while I work. It's just kind of a background noise that keeps going for me. I can kind of really do. A lot of writers and artists really like listening to like rain and rivers and stuff, like just white noise that really fills that silence but doesn't necessarily distract you. Find a sound that works for you, and if silence is that sound, great. If it's white noise, great. If it's listening to metal, that's great. One of my favorite things I've written that's probably not that great, I was obsessed with the band Fiddler's Green, and that's just the background noise. I would just put them on shuffle as I was writing, and that worked for me. And I feel like to some extent that helped shape the story a little bit. So, and then write like this kind of flows into the organic structure of writing. Just write whatever, and if every other paragraph starts with "I don't know what to write about" or "What am I writing?" or "I have no idea where this is going," if your comments are in there, that's okay. You don't need to delete those. Don't go back and reread what you're doing immediately. Just write through writer's block. Write something separate. Write the same thing. Just keep on writing. Don't just cold turkey it and stop. So writer's block just sucks, but push through it. And if you need to take a break for a couple days, for a week, 2 weeks, go ahead and do that too. Just make sure you come back. Don't just leave it forever and ever. So, alright, those are my 2 cents on all of writing, I guess, in general, is the kind of structure of writing, for the inspiration for writer's block. There's so many different aspects of writing that I won't talk about, and everything that I've learned is just from writing myself, from obsessively reading through Tumblr and through online blog posts and stuff like that, from reading about the author stuff, about the little author's note in the back of books. Just those are things that I've just kind of picked up over the past couple months, I guess, especially as I've just gotten really into writing. So just write, guys.